Because we are diverse, each one of us has their own way of thinking, solving problems, conflict resolution, like we talked before, planning, brainstorming. We come, all of us, with innovative ideas, put them together, and found creative diverse. The most important thing to offer a team as a leader is to offer them a safe environment. A safe environment means not that someone is going to come and kill them. No, a safe environment where they feel secure, that it's okay, that they talk their mind. It's okay to challenge you as a leader, as long as it's done with respect. It's okay to give new ideas. It's okay, thank you. It's okay to make mistakes. No one is judging you. And that's what a safe environment is. And give each team member the occasion to shine. Communications. This is extremely important in the dynamics of a team. People say, I hear you. Okay, what did I say? Yeah, but that's not what I meant because you didn't hear. There is a difference between hearing and listening. And there is a difference between listening and active listening. The first base of building a team and of communication and of trust and of persuasion and of motivation is to listen to what someone is telling you. And there are points that you actually need.
It's from the projector.
Hopefully not.
Wait for smoke.
Active listening is very important. And there are rules, actually, to active listening. The first one is, when someone talks to you, stop talking. Stop talking. Don't go like, no, you need to listen. When someone talks, just stop talking. The second thing, put a space between you and the talker. Don't be in their face. Don't have a space only physically, but mentally. Make space in your mind. If you are saturated with whatever you already think or believe, that will not help you. Whatever will go from the right ear, will go right out of the left ear. That will not be active listening. Hold your judgments. Don't say, oh, you're in your mind when you listen, you're too young, you don't even know what you're talking about. You're too old, you don't know what technology is about. You're lazy, you are a woman, you can't achieve it. Stop your judgments. Whenever we judge something, we don't hear anything anymore. So the first thing to do is to stop the judgment. Don't label anyone. Don't assume that someone is of a certain character and judge them that way, because you're not going to be able to listen. Open your mind to listen. An example of that, it's a very old story. It's a true story. A monk that lived in one of the mountains, probably in the Tibet, had a student that came to him. He was mentoring him. The student went to the monk to see him. He offered him a cup of tea. So the student said, sure, I would love to have a cup of tea. The monk took the teapot and he started pouring tea in the cup. He didn't stop when he filled the cup. He kept pouring the tea. The tea kept overflowing the cup. And the student was, Master, it's overpouring over the cup of tea. What are you doing? He didn't listen. He kept doing that till the teapot was empty. So the student told him, what was that about? He knew there had to be a lesson in it. So the monk looked at him and told him, imagine your brain. When it's full, like the teacup, what happens? It overflows. Nothing stays inside. So in order to listen and to learn, you need to open your mind and make space inside so you'll be able to capture new ideas. If not, it will be same old, same old. Open mind. One of the very important things is eye contact. Look at the person in the eye. I know we come from different cultures, and I know that some cultures, looking at someone in the eye is not appropriate or is rude. In the Asian culture, you shouldn't be looking someone in the eye direct. It's rude. In the United States, you look someone in the eye, that's a sign of trust and confidence. It's the same in the Middle East. You know, we say that the window of a person is through their eyes. So you keep looking. The Hispanic culture also has some shyness or being humble. They don't look into someone to the eyes all the time. And again, these are generalization. It's not like every single person in that culture does that, but it's a general character. There is nothing called everybody is like that. But the most dominant factor is that. So to have an eye contact when someone talks to you is very important. If someone is on the phone, make sure to let them know that you're listening. Yes? Okay? Make them sure that you're following. Ask questions when you don't understand. Ask question if you don't understand something. Don't just go, yeah. Okay? Ask open questions. And at the end of the call or at the end of the conversation, summarize what you heard to make sure that the message has been properly transmitted between two people. So what do we take away? Stop talking. Make space. Open your mind. Don't judge. Don't label read. Look in the eye. Ask question. Make sure that the other person is hearing you. All this is not in your note, but if anyone needs it, I can send it to them. When you are a leader, you need to try to communicate with the others without putting your emotions in. Meaning that when you talk to someone, don't be angry, don't be like dancing and jumping up and down, just be a leader. Talk with facts, especially if it's business. Talk as facts. Show them the way. Don't be too emotional. It's always needed to speak with passion, but passion is not really being overboard emotions. Okay? Know how your body language is, like we talked this morning. Don't stand in front of someone like this. Okay? Don't go like this when someone is talking to you. Don't go like this. Don't go like this. Don't go like this. You know, there are a lot of messages that we send by our body language. So we need to be very aware of that. In a message meaning when you talk to someone, or when you send someone a message, either written, email, or a letter, there are 5 components. The person that sends the message, the person that receives the message itself, how the message is transmitted, and the noise that can affect a message. What do we mean by noise? It doesn't mean someone is talking in the background. The noise means what we have in our brain that will stop us from listening to the message. Okay? Please.
On that same note, where she was talking about messages, I don't know if anybody's ever experienced a computer yelling at you. No. I actually had a boss who's no longer with us right now, but we actually had a boss that was a very aggressive personality. When he would send emails out, everything in the email was capitalized.
One second, Tom, 1 second. Capital letters in an email mean that you're screaming at someone, or that you're angry at someone. Yes, that's what it means. Capital letters in an email, this is what it means.
And that's exactly when we would have, because we work in the airline industry, delays are very important, and they're very critical to keep minimizing. If we would get delays or something like that, we would get emails, not to specific people or specific managers that were on shift, but to the entire team. And they would all be capitalized. And after about a month of this, all of us just shut down. And we said, we're done. We're not playing no more. We can't correct the problem. So we all stopped it. And our performance went in the tank. It was all strictly related to that leadership style.
That's the communication style. Yeah. The communication style of the leadership.
That's right.
He stopped motivation. He stopped participation. not you, the
I know,
leader.
but the team did.
Exactly,
And the
because
leader
he
did
did not communicate, he did not inspire the team.
That's right.
That's what we call a failing leadership. We don't want to be a failure, do we? Do we?
No.
Okay, I didn't hear you the first time. Okay. One of the other things that we need to be very careful about in communications is what our belief system inside of us that can block communication. What does that mean? First thing to care about is ethnocentricity. You don't have to remember that. Ethnocentricity